Good morning, Bill Gross here, eXp Realty, the LAProbateExpert.com. I want to share with you kind of some fascinating information I got yesterday from industry legend Gene Frederick. He's on the board of directors at eXp. Like me, a long-time real estate agent. I've been in the business since 1986. I think he's been in longer than that. And he shared kind of the history of real estate and the future of it as a result of looking at the history. I want to share with you the highlights of his talk yesterday. So we talked about how in the beginning, the transformation was based on the company and the model of their company. So in the 1970s, Century 21 completely transformed real estate from a series of mom and pop shops into an international conglomerate of franchises with systemization and processes that they could duplicate and help the mom and pop compete at a higher level in the competition. And as a result, they had tremendous growth. Fantastic training, fantastic business processes to help agents increase their business. And as a result, they became the dominant lead player in the 1970s. And then after that, a company responded to that RE/MAX by reformatting the business and taking more of the commission, putting it in the hands of the agents, allowing the agents to decide how much, if any, office space to rent or a desk, and how much of their commission to spend on marketing to give them more control. And as a result, RE/MAX exploded as a company. After that, in the 1990s, Realogy, which owned Century 21, made a big comeback by focusing on acquiring other brands. In addition to Century 21 buying Coldwell Banker, Better Homes, ERA, Sotheby's, Coldwell Banker Commercial, NRT, Corcoran. And by creating this conglomerate, they could help empower multiple brands, but give them a common source of capital and management to help them grow and become the dominant player of real estate through that period. And then after that, in the year 2000s, Keller Williams came up with a completely different model that was about being agent-centric, put agents in charge of local offices, having advisory roles, focusing more on training, taking more of an agent-centric role into the management. And as a result, completely configured the commission structures with caps across the country and changed the real estate tremendously. I was with them for a couple of years, fantastic experience. And then after that, the bigger picture, the dominant 2010 became Berkshire Hathaway. And they brought a kind of a corporate mergers and acquisitions approach where they would buy huge regions, huge companies, and put them in the common banner. And using Wall Street money could transform the industry nationwide. So the question is, what's going to happen going forward? Well, we should look at the common factors. One common factor is no one dominated two sets of decades. They had their rise, and all of them, many of those are still good players, though they're on the decline, but they could not sustain that for more than a 10-year period. Another is the franchise benefited from the growth, not the agents. You know, it's amazing that people at Keller Williams can brag about the fact that the company has no debt. It's true, but the owner is a billionaire. The rest of the agents make very little of the profit sharing money ever getting to them. It's really the ownership, the corporate and the regionals that all these different formations have benefited rather than the real estate agents that do the bulk of the transactions and meet with customers. So the 2020s, who's the dominant player going to be? Well, I would say to you, it's eXp Realty. eXp is a cloud-based company that is transforming the industry by eliminating branches, eliminating regions, eliminating franchises, putting you, the agent, in charge of your own business. Every agent that closes the deal is a stockholder in the company. Everybody's encouraged to help that company grow. And you can see the numbers overwhelmingly show. Last year alone, our agent count went up by 63%. We're averaging 123% growth year over year over the last 5 years. 5 years ago, we were at 466 agents. 5 years later, we were at 25,000. And today, we're already over 30,000 agents. We've added 5,000 since the end of our fiscal year in 2019. Now, some people say, well, that's agent count. Is it multi-level marketing? No. Our transactions are going up faster than our hiring. While the hiring only went up 63% last year, our transactions went up by 92%. We're actually growing in our ability to make money on transactions and serve our customers faster than we're adding agents. So it's not multi-level marketing. The agents are attracted because of the results, not the other way around. Here's an interesting graph. I often get told by people who aren't familiar with what's happening in the market, well, I've never heard of EXP, or what's the brand like? EXP is the third largest real estate company in the country, according to RealTrends magazine. The third largest. Many people didn't know that. Larger than Compass, larger than Redfin. Here's an amazing statistic I just saw. Last year, EXP grew by over 57,000 sites, going from about 73,000 to 130. So we increased by over 57,000 sites. That increase is more than Redfin did all last year. And again, we're growing at, in terms of our site count, 77%. We're pulling away from Redfin. We passed them. We blew by them like they're standing still. That's how big EXP is today. So join the movement. Where are we in the movement? So again, sometimes I have real estate agents that are a little concerned, well, I missed the boat. No, this is the beginning. You can look at in any product adoption curve, there's a certain cycle that it goes through, and that's fairly common in the process. Usually the first 12% or so are what are called innovators. They get in early in the process. They're usually tech enthusiasts. And in fact, to join EXP, like I did a year ago, you had to really be a tech enthusiast to make it all work. Now, we've worked out the technology. That's not the case. We're now with early adopters. If you have the vision to see where the market's headed, then you can join in now, because the hard work's been done by those of us who were there before and those before me, for sure. But we know that there's about 1.3 million realtors in the United States. We only have 30,000 in our company. We project to be over 1 million worldwide, as we've just opened up in 4 countries in the last year or two. So this is the very beginning stages. You have a chance to be a visionary, as long as you can see where the future's headed, rather than being conservative or at the end a skeptic. So if you're interested in more information about EXP, contact me. Go to my website for careers. It's billgross.exprealty.careers. Has all the career information on there you might be interested in. Or email me or call me. And if you want to set time to talk about it, there's a link down below on my Calendly, calendly.com/billgross/EXP-explain. I'd be glad to go through the details of how this can help you build your business, help you build your income, and more importantly, help you build your long-term wealth. So I'm Bill Gross with eXp Realty. Call me, text me if I can help in any way, and I look forward to meeting you soon.